Hello my beautiful ninjas, it's Nani and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I want to go ahead and share with you guys some of my favorite fresh smelling colognes for men. These are definitely perfect for summertime, but of course we're transitioning into like fall and winter. But these fragrances, there are some of them that would still work for other seasons and other occasions as well. So I want to go ahead and share with you guys my current 6 favorite fresh smelling colognes, and I will make sure to leave links for everything down below, but let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, of course, if we're talking about fresh smelling colognes for men, we definitely have to talk about this one for sure. This is the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, and this is, of course, the Eau de Toilette version. And this fragrance is absolutely amazing. I feel like this is definitely the epitome of summer. And the reason I say that is because it's definitely very fresh, and most of them will be. So what you'll find is that a lot of them do have definitely a very fresh opening, very airy, very citrusy. And the reason for that is that it makes it a little bit more lightweight, a little bit more appropriate for summertime, because obviously during hot weather seasons, you don't want anything that's going to be too pungent, something that's going to be too overpowering, and nothing that's going to be too heavy as well. So these fragrances are definitely better for summer season, something that's a little bit more light and fresh and airy. And for this one, it's definitely a very, very citrus scent. And I feel like a lot of times some men can be put off. I got lipstick on the bottle, but I feel like a lot of times some men can be put off by scents that are too citrusy or like have a very citrus kind of like note in it. And I feel like it's because they think that it makes it a little bit feminine. But the good thing about this fragrance is that although it does have a citrus opening, the way that it dries down is completely different. It doesn't stay like, you'll still have the fresh element in the dry down, but once it mixes, especially with your body chemistry and your body temperature, it just kind of dries down to this beautiful, more masculine, more sensual type of fragrance for sure. But it still has that very light, fresh, airy kind of aroma in the background. So I feel like this is definitely something that dries down into a more masculine, fresh, airy, sensual type of scent for sure. So I feel like if you don't have this fragrance in your collection, as I mentioned, this is definitely the epitome of summer. This is definitely one that you should have in your collection for sure. So this is, again, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, and this is the Eau de Toilette. Now, the next fragrance that I want to mention to you guys is something that I don't really hear a lot of people talk about, but I think that it's kind of gives you the same or similar vibe to the one that I just mentioned to you. And this is the Carolina Herrera 212 Men NYC, 212 Men Cologne. And again, this is by Carolina Herrera, and this is of course the Eau de Toilette version. And this is kind of like a very similar vibe to the first one because it also does have mandarin notes in it, and it also has grapefruit. The difference is that this has sandalwood in it. So if you don't really like something that is, let's say, for example, if you tried the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue and you didn't really like it because you do feel like it's a little bit too citrusy, I feel like this one would definitely be a better alternative for you. Although it does have that fresh, airy type of citrus notes in it, the sandalwood definitely makes it a lot more masculine, definitely warms down into the skin beautifully. And it's a little bit more of this fragrance that you can pretty much wear it anytime throughout a summer day. You can basically wear it during the day and also transition into nighttime perfectly fine as well. So I definitely like this as an alternative to the Dolce & Gabbana because, like I mentioned, sometimes the citrus scent can get a little bit overpowering. And of course, sometimes citrus scents can kind of like dry down into your skin not the way that you would like. It could be something that's a little bit too overpowering and feel a little bit more offensive or just turn off on your skin tone. But I feel like for this one, because it has sandalwood in it, sandalwood naturally makes something a little bit more warmer, a little bit more wearable, and more suitable for like summer days as well as summer nights. So it'll give you kind of like that fresh, airy feeling that you want and that fresh aroma that you want. It's still very lightweight, but it still warms into the skin a lot better and just makes it a little bit more masculine than the original one that I just mentioned to you guys. So if you don't like citrus scents, but you want something that's good for summer, something that's wearable throughout the day, I would definitely recommend that you try this one out for sure. Again, this is the Carolina Herrera 212 Men. Now, the next one, I also don't really hear a lot of people talk about, but this one I feel like would probably be good as well for a teenager. Not that it smells like a teenager scent, but I feel like I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys what it is. So this is the Perry Ellis 18 fragrance for men. And this one, the reason I'm saying that it's good for a teenager is because this one has a fizzy smell. It's the weirdest thing, but it has kind of like, it kind of smells like Sprite. And that's like weird for me to say, but it really smells like Sprite. That's like the perfect way for me, like just kind of like the fizziness. It's fresh. You smell like the lemon and the lime, and it just smells fizzy. So I feel like this would be good for a teenager that's looking for kind of like a fresh fragrance. But I feel like as a grown man, you can still wear this as well. The only thing is that for this, I would say it's more appropriate like if you're going to the pool or if you're going to the beach, more like a pool type of thing, like a pool get together around the pool, barbecue type of thing. It would be this kind of fragrance. I feel like for this one, I would not wear it during nighttime. I wouldn't wear it towards a party. I wouldn't wear it like on a summer date or anything like that. It smells a little bit soapy, so it's still very kind of like masculine. It doesn't smell feminine at all. But it smells fizzy. It's like the weirdest thing, but it definitely has a very fizzy smell. It kind of smells like Sprite. So I know that sounds weird, but I still like it just because I feel like, of course, once it mixes with your body chemistry, it doesn't smell like Sprite the whole time. It's just like the initial opening, it just smells very fizzy. So it just kind of lets you know what setting it's appropriate for, which like I mentioned would be like a barbecue, chilling by the pool with your friends, maybe going to the beach, but I would not transition into like a nighttime party club type of thing. Don't do it with this one. So this is another one that I would definitely recommend to you guys. The next one that I want to go ahead and mention to you guys, I've actually done a full review on this fragrance, and it's really one of my favorite kind of like summer scents, but also something that can transition into kind of like an everyday fragrance kind of thing. I did do a full review on it, and as you guys can tell, this is the Versace Eau Fraiche cologne. If you guys haven't checked out that review, I will make sure to have the card pop out here as well. But this fragrance is just bomb. I actually really, really like this fragrance. Like I mentioned, I feel like it definitely still gives you kind of like that fresh, airy, lightweight, kind of like aroma and scent. But I feel like this is also one of those fragrances that if I had to compare it to the last one, the Perry Ellis, this would be the one that you can go to the barbecue, you can go to the pool, you can go to the beach, but you can also transition to going on a date during the summer. You can also transition to like going out at nighttime, not necessarily clubbing. You can go to the club with this if you want to, but you're not going to really smell unique or different. But I feel like if you went somewhere at nighttime, this would be like a good summer, like movie night type of thing, or maybe you're going to dinner or something like that, something a little bit more casual, maybe like not game night, but like going to play pool or something like that during the summertime. I feel like this would definitely help you to transition into kind of like those activities. But it definitely smells citrusy, not citrusy. It smells more like a fresh, but like a soapy cologne, masculine, sexy fragrance. I feel like this is definitely like a smell good all day during the summer type of fragrance. I absolutely love this fragrance. I feel like this could definitely be like your everyday cologne as well, no matter what season of the year. I feel like this can definitely transition no matter the season or the occasion. Like I mentioned, you can go to the club with this, but if you go to the club and you want to smell kind of like unique and different and distinct, this won't necessarily be the fragrance for it, but you can still go and you're still going to smell good. So if you cuddling up like in a corner with a girl or something like that, she's going to smell it. So I just really like this fragrance. I feel like this is definitely one that everyone should have in their collection, period. But I feel like for a summer hot weather type of basically for hot weather, I feel like this is definitely kind of like you can wear this all day and you can transition from different activities as well with this fragrance. So again, this is the Versace Eau Fraiche. Now the next one that I want to mention to you guys, I don't hear anyone talk about this, but as you guys can see, I'm smiling because I don't know what it is, but this fragrance is just so, I don't know. There's something about it that just kind of like is sexy and sensual and unique and different and like amazing. I don't know why, but this right here. This is the John Varvatos Artisan cologne. And of course, this is the Eau de Toilette as well. I don't know what it is, you guys, but this is not, oh my God. This is not like, it's fresh, it's citrusy, it's soapy, but it has a little bit of like a woodsy type of undertone. It kind of smells like there's a little bit of incense in here as well, so it's a little bit like smoky. But I feel like this fragrance kind of, it takes me to a place. I don't know what it is, but when I smell this fragrance, it just kind of reminds me of like somebody that's on like a yacht party, or somebody that's always by the beach or has a beach house, or I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like a more luxurious, high-end, like sexy, confident, smoky, a little bit like mysterious, or like maybe not mysterious, but just kind of like, I don't know, like intriguing. I think that's what it is. It's a very intriguing, fresh, sexy, warm, smoky type of fragrance. I don't really hear a lot of people talk about this, but I feel like although it's not a traditional, I guess you can say, summer fragrance, I still feel like this is a really, really great fragrance that you can use during the summertime. But I feel like this one would be one of those where you smell different. Like you smell like, wait a minute, like, what's up? Like it smells different. It smells unique. It smells like, I don't know, you guys. I just think of a yacht party every time I smell it. I think of a yacht party, somebody that's real like calm, cool, and collected, real confident, real sexy. They know themselves. They go after what they want. This is the vibe that it's giving me, you guys. But it's still very fresh. But I feel like they did a really great job because this has, I believe, lemon in it, but it also does have thyme. And I feel like thyme is definitely something, it's not a spice that gets, you know, like really spicy or warm or anything like that, but it's something that just kind of makes it more like a classic gentleman, sexy, seductive, intriguing, like I'm about that life, you know, like it's kind of one of those. I don't know how else to describe it, you guys, but I feel like this is definitely one that is probably, it's one of my favorites in the list that I'm mentioning to you guys. Obviously, this is a recommendations video, so I do love all of these fragrances, but if I really had to tell you to get something, if you want to smell different, pick this up. Honestly, I feel like it's not just for summer. This is just like a perfect, like luxe, sexy, confident, citrusy, smoky, masculine type of fragrance. So hopefully those, like, that makes sense. Hopefully it gives you a picture as to what it smells like. But I really, really, really like this fragrance. So again, that's John Varvatos, and this is the Artisan Cologne. And the last one that I want to mention to you guys is the one that I would recommend for like a summer night, like summer evening, like the day passed, you went to the pool, you was chilling, you was barbecuing, you had a good time, and you guys decide that you want to go to the club that night. This is the one that I would recommend. This is the Mont Blanc Individuel Cologne, and this is of course the Eau de Toilette version as well. And this one is just, every time I smell it, I just want to roll my eyes because it smells so good. This is one of those like fresh, this has pineapple in it, it has lavender, it has cinnamon, I believe, as well in it. So when I'm smelling it without spraying it, you definitely get the lavender, you definitely get like a hint of the cinnamon, but once you spray it and it dries down on your skin, it's like literally the lavender and the cinnamon are like beautifully blended, and it's like the most beautiful, sexy, masculine, just like inviting, warm, like it is just the most beautiful combination in the dry down. And I feel like this would be perfect for like a nighttime house party, or I don't even know if people do house parties anymore, but like going to the club during summer nights, like, because it's still very lightweight. Although cinnamon can be a more pungent type of aroma, I feel like the lavender and the cinnamon just mesh so beautifully that the cinnamon is not overpowering. Like if you're not someone that likes a cinnamon scent, because I don't really like cinnamon like that. I feel like it's a little bit too strong, but I feel like they did a really great job with the combination of the fragrance notes as well as the composition of them, because I feel like the lavender and the cinnamon kind of go hand in hand. So it's like, it's not too much cinnamon to where you're like, ugh, and it's not too much lavender to where you feel like it's too feminine or too sweet. This is just amazing. This is so sexy. This is so like fresh, clean, soapy, fresh. So I was gonna say fresh again. Soapy, sexy, masculine, sensual, and just bomb. Like if you guys don't have this fragrance, honestly, I would recommend it in general, not just for summer, honestly, but I feel like for a summer night, this would still be very lightweight, but still very intriguing and sexy. You will definitely get compliments with this one, and you will have a lot of women turn their heads to figure out who smelled that good in the room. So definitely make sure that you guys try this out. Of course, if you guys like these types of videos, definitely give me a thumbs up. And of course, leave your comments down below. I want to know what is currently your signature summer scent. I would definitely love to hear from you guys. But that's going to be pretty much it. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more. Till next time, peace out.